Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia's Navy and police personnel have been told they are free to vote for any political party of their choice in an unprecedented move as they begun early voting on Saturday, May 5, ahead of the general election on May 9. The commander's call came following an open letter posted on Facebook on May 2 by opposition leader Mahathir Mohamad, urging the armed forces and the police to ensure that their personnel are able to vote freely in the coming election. The Royal Malaysian Navy fired the first salvo, telling its men and women they were free to cast their votes as they see fit and not be influenced by any incitement during the general election campaign. "We are all free to make our own choices when we vote," said Navy Chief Admiral Kamarul Zaman Ahmad Badardin in a statement posted on the Navy's official Facebook page on Thursday. "Don't be influenced by any incitement that can affect our decision. Use your wisdom based on facts, observations, achievements and our own experiences. As responsible Malaysians, vote wisely. Remember, our vote is secret." On Friday, Inspector General of the Royal Malaysian Police Mohd Fuzzy Harun issued a similar call. "It is their right to vote for the party they choose," he said at a press conference. "We do not determine which party they can vote for. The country's security forces are often perceived as a voting bloc who, according to opposition politicians, typically vote for the ruling Barisan Nasional (BN) out of fear of being found out and losing their jobs if they vote for the opposition." It is estimated there are more than 100,000 members of the armed forces and over 150,000 police officers in Malaysia. Mahathir welcomed the Navy and police's move, calling it a significant development. According to Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia's PPBM, Qatar Jassan, a former editor-in-chief of the New Straits Times, such a call by heads of the uniformed services had never been issued before. "This is very significant," he said. "For the first time, the general feeling among police and the Navy is that you are free to vote for who you want." Qatar added such a move was never done in the past because the security and military services had to abide by a code of conduct. "The burden of the rising cost of living affects the military and police just as much as civilians," said Qatar. A retired army officer agrees. "The military personnel cannot keep up with the rising costs of goods," said Anwar Abdul Hamid, a former army intelligence officer. "They are not asking for higher pay, they just want prices of goods to remain low and not rise as fast as it is doing now." Anwar, of Mahathir's PPBM party, is contesting the parliamentary seat of Tanjung Dawai in Kedah, which has a large army base. The ruling BN's cozy ties with China, who has invested billions into the country, also does not sit well with armed forces officers whose predecessors fought against a communist insurgency from 1948 to 1960. "This is the mindset of the military. Many of them lost their lives fighting the communists in the past," said a political commentator who declined to be named. China's claim over South China Seas worries military. Military officers are also worried over China's claims over the South China Sea, which is also claimed by Malaysia, Vietnam, the Philippines, Taiwan and Brunei. "Officers and some of the rank and file are very worried over China's incursion into the South China Sea," said Anwar. "They are unhappy at the government's soft approach with China over its military in those waters," a regional analyst said. Dismay over the government's policy toward China's claim in the South China Sea is not widespread within the defense establishment. "Yes, there are those who are unhappy, particularly in the middle ranks, but I won't say that it's in any way widespread," said the regional analyst. Military officers are also unhappy with China's investments in two massive ports that are being built in Kuantan, Pahang and Malacca. "The military sees the building of these two ports as a form of new colonialization by China," said Anwar. Salah said Karuwik, Treasurer-General of UMNO, the predominant party within BN, dismissed such suggestions. "Malaysia, as a country that has been rated as one of the top 5 to invest in by World Bank, will attract many investors, including China," Karuwik told Channel News Asia. "This is not a form of colonization, as the investment by China is certainly not the highest when compared to Singapore, which is the largest." The last month, BN said China made up only 11.5% of the foreign direct investment in Malaysia in 2017.